So, Euphoria Season 2 started out as a bit of a mixed bag for me. Um, it really came down to pacing. I kind of thought it was all over the place to start. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, this isn't that bad. Like, it's all over the place narratively because it services the narrative because Rue is the narrator and she's, high all the time and her mind is all over the place, so her narration is all over the place. And I think that makes sense. That's how I justify it in my head, I guess. I think I would have I don't know if it comes down to I had a different idea of what this season was going to be in my head at first, and then once I came to grips with what the season was, like it sounds like I hated it, but I actually really loved it. So I'm going to break this down into sections because I have a lot to say. So we're going to get started. I've covered pacing at this point because it was the first thing I needed to get off my chest, because it sounds like I don't like this, but really comes down to I didn't understand how it was paced until later today, I guess. So, alright, so let's start. There's only certain things I'm going to highlight here, and there's a lot to cover, so I'm going to start with the acting. The acting this season is incredible. Zendaya, obviously always incredible. Give her another Emmy, especially for episode 5. Sydney Sweeney, I think her name is. Incredible. The Joker in the making. There's been too many memes about it already. It's kind of ruined it for me, but because there was one scene in the finale where she's in the bathroom after her and Maddie fought, which is the funniest thing. And there's a shot and you see her makeup and she looks like the Joker. She looks like the Joker. Okay, back to the acting. The actress that plays Maddie is great. Love her. Something happened behind the scenes with God, I forget her name. The one who liked, showing her feet or whatever to old men in season 1. Something happened with her behind the scenes and she's not really in it, which is a shame, but whatever. So I don't really have much to say on her. Hunter, amazing. Hunter is underrated in the show. I appreciate the look change they did. She doesn't look like a doll anymore, and I think it looks good. Nate is still a psycho. I really thought they were going to go somewhere different with that. And the ending for his character, where he gets his father arrested, is really weird for me. I really thought they were going to go somewhere else after they teased he might have brain damage. And I'm still unclear about if he has brain damage, but whatever. I don't like, what's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. The new kid, the blonde-haired kid. I don't like him. I just don't. He is manipulative, and he purposely caused problems and enabled Rue. And it was gross, I guess. And when she's high and he knows she's crossfaded, he lets her get out of the car in the middle of the highway. Not a fan of that. And Jules, Hunter did a great job. I take issue with the choices they make with Hunter's character Jules. She's very toxic, and I feel like a lot of the season was me saying, no, don't do that to everybody. Except for Maddie. The Maddie stuff really had me every time. But I feel like, especially with the Rue, it was a lot of, no, don't do that. What are you doing? But I think that was kind of the point. I don't know. If that's the point, they did their job. Episode 5.
Fuck you!
Makes me really uncomfortable, and I was gonna rewatch them all before I did this, but then I went, I do not want to rewatch episode 5, and not saying it's bad. It's really good, and that's why I don't want to rewatch it. It's uncomfortable. Zendaya deserves another Emmy. Let's give her another Emmy. It's very uncomfortable, and you get to see her really hit rock bottom in a way I've never seen a character hit. And it was, and then you got that one scene where she just throws Cassie under the bus.
How long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs? What? You dumb fucking bitch! I'm gonna fuck you!
It's great. Move on to 7. 7 is the start of the play, and you have that dance number where they make fun of Nate. Greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing on the planet, honestly. The finale. We got a lot to talk about with the finale. Alright. I had a lot of philosophical things to say, I think, about the Jules and Rue stuff. So we're going to start with Ashtray and Fez. That was so sad. That was the saddest thing. Where Fez is going to take the fall for killing the snitch dude or whatever. And that whole scene is really tense right up until when they kill him. And then it just builds tension again when the SWAT team arrives. But when you see Fez in the hallway on the ground, and Ashtray's in the bathroom in the tub, scared for his life with the gun. It was a dumb choice, but like, if you were gonna kill somebody, it was gonna be him. I think it's heartbreaking when Fez sees him die, and now Fez is going to prison with Nate's dad. Maybe they'll be buddies, you know? It's heartbreaking. That's it. So I gotta say on it. Cassie and Nate is the worst shit I've ever seen. Though it gives me the best thing I've ever seen, which is Maddie and Cassie. And they do the thing in episode 5 where Rue just destroys her and outs her to Maddie. Cold. It's fucking cold. And then during the play, when she just gets up on the stage and slaps her. It's something else, you know. Maybe I just like Maddie. And I do. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the other stuff. I'm gonna get into Jules and Rue. Jules and Rue, they have that conversation at the end, and it's like, it's not heartbreaking because I didn't like them together. I was very worried they were going to put them back together, but then they don't, and Jules is like, I love you, and Rue just kisses her on the forehead and leaves, and then there's the narration, which is basically Rue being like, I'm done. I'm getting out of the toxic cycle, and finding acceptance. In episode 5, they play the song I'm Tired with Labrinth. And then in this one, they play it again, but Zendaya has a verse on it. And they play that version, which is meant to imply her finding acceptance. And I think the use of the music the use of the music to tell the story is amazing. It's amazing. Don't even get me started on the production design, cinematography. It's all masterful. It's all beautiful. It's it is the best looking show on television. All of it. You got the production design. Everyone posts those shots on Twitter, and it's just mind blowing. And I appreciate that people are appreciating cinematography. Yeah. So overall, I really liked it, but I had some issues. But when you put it in like 2 sentences, and I wrote down basically the season about Rue being inspired by a drug dealer. Oh yeah, the drug dealer lady. That just ends. There's got to be more of that. We got to see more of that. It's weird the way that ends. Maybe we'll see more in season 3. I don't like that it wasn't wrapped up in 2. They're going to have to deal with that. But back to what I said. Basically, the season starts with Rue being inspired by a drug dealer and basically wanted to be powerful in, life and drugs. But it ends with her seeing how sobriety is more powerful. And I think that's beautiful. I heard season 3 is in 2024. It's too long.